Well, hey, welcome back to Harriet's Florida Kitchen. I'm Harriet. We're in Florida. This is my kitchen. So today I'm making something that I have just heard about. I really just read about online, and it's called mason jar salads. Philip and I have a favorite salad that we started making. He started making for me when he was courting me, and it looked like it worked. He wooed me with this spinach salad, so we've been making it ever since. So I'm going to put it into mason jars, and the great thing about making it in great mason jars, apparently, is that you can put it in the jar, you put the dressing in first, you put the vegetables in, you put the lettuce or the spinach in, and you can keep them, because the dressing is in the bottom, you can keep it there for 2 or 3 or 4 days. So you can make your salads, and you can line them up in the refrigerator, and they stay kind of dry and ready for you to use, take to work, take to a dinner party. So I'm going to make them for us. I'm going to make them today for this, and then I'm going to dump them out for Philip and me to have for dinner. Now, I notice a lot of people use quart jars, which is probably what you want if you're going to have just sort of a one salad lunch at work. But if you're going to take them to people's houses, of course, you can always make it in a big bowl too. But if you want to take them like this and have it be super cute, you can take several, and each of the ones I'm going to make are pint jars, and I think that they will, and also they ought to be wide mouth because you're going to be dumping this out, and then the dressing, of course, dumps out on top. So, first thing that you do is everything has to be really dry. If it's soggy or wet, it's kind of going to get disgusting in the refrigerator. So, you wash your greens, whatever they are. I like to use something that you can whiz them out with. So you put them in the I'm sure it's called something, the lettuce dryer, the lettuce washer, and you whip them out. And as soon as you get them washed and dried, you sort of pull that thing so you knock out all the water. You put them in a paper towel, put them in a dish towel, and pop them in the refrigerator for a little while so they'll get extra nice and crispy. As soon as you have all that ready, you also do your bacon. And I like to do the Ina Garten bacon plan, which is putting the bacon on parchment, pop it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, making sure it's super crispy when you bring it out. This is nice and thick bacon. So I think I probably did it for about 22 minutes. And then it's ready for you to assemble. Now, I'm not sure what other people do when they make this, but I know that I don't like to have great big pieces of lettuce or spinach sticking out of my mouth as I eat it. That's a very embarrassing situation. So I tear these apart just a little bit, and then the first thing you do is you're going to put in the salad dressing. So this salad dressing is made with a cup of mixed olive oil and cooking oil, half a cup of vinegar, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 3 scallions chopped finely, tablespoon of garlic salt, tablespoon of sugar, and a dash of Tabasco. And then you stir it up. And I think the thing to do is, I think in these little jars, I think we're going to do about 1/4 of a cup in each jar. I think that's going to be just about right. So put that in. I'm going to put the mushrooms in first. The thing is, you put in the hardest vegetables that are the least likely to really absorb the salad dressing too much. And so I'm using about 4 ounces of mushrooms. And then you put in the tomatoes in this case. Let's go there. Remember, notice you're layering it in. That's all you're going to do until it's time to shake it up. And then you put in the bacon in this case. And the bacon. Finally, spinach on top of all that. Kind of mush it in there. I think you can put it in pretty well packed, because it's not really gonna collapse. You're not putting any dressing on it yet, so it's not gonna kind of rot in place. Okay, I'm gonna put it on like that, and enough to go all the way to the top. Notice I've taken all the stems off, because I think that's also another thing that's disgusting to get into, to have sticking out of your teeth while you're trying to look attractive at a dinner party or at work. Okay, There's that, ready to go. And here is this one, ready to go. And that's all there is to it. You put them in the refrigerator, and I will show you how wonderful they are shortly. Okay, here we go. Huh? Looks so good. Oh my goodness, that looks just wonderful. Stir it up just a little. Oh, still got some big pieces of the spinach. Let's get some of those made smaller so we don't look peculiar. Okay. And I think that was just about the right amount of dressing too. And you know what? All these people who are taking quart jars to work, that's a lot of salad. This is about right. Okay, so I will have a bite of this. Oh, it reminds me of our courtship days. So romantic. Oh, this is going to be tricky to put in my mouth and not look tacky. Okay, there we go. Oh. Mm. 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 That is a great salad. If you're looking for a way to make spinach salad, this is the best dressing. It's from a restaurant in Miami called The Mariner, and they put their recipe into the Miami Beaux-Arts cookbook. I think probably the Junior League cookbook or something like that. Anyway, it is really, 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 really good. And I know from experience that the more you have, actually maybe you should put the bacon and the tomatoes. No, probably the bacon could be okay in the bottom along with the mushrooms. Mm. Mm-hmm. And that marinating would be great. Now, I think you need to use small portions of things or small sizes. You don't want to put big old mushrooms in there, big old tomatoes, or big old chunks of tomato. I think using some cherry tomatoes is the right thing to do. So cherry tomatoes or Italian tomatoes that you chop into small pieces. But at any rate, they all need to be bite-sized, including the spinach, as I mentioned, and of course the bacon. Okay, isn't that easy? So you can make mason jar salads now too. I have another one I'm going to make, and that one has endive, but I'm waiting for that to come into the stores. So this is Harriet's Florida Kitchen saying goodbye on one of the easiest that I've done yet. Bye-bye.